8 young frost claws press against my cabin hatch like a breathing seal. Pelts, striped with frozen light, breath clouding. In the scrubbed air. They're the station's ghost tails caught halfway reel. Their elders tear hull for play. These are the cubs. They have mastered the stillness between blinks. Lena, says Commander Daniel, through the corridor. His voice gravel. Your fevers. Past 41. Dr. Nemia waits outside. With the cure. At the word doctor, all 8 turn toward the seal. The biggest. Ice back. Rumbles a verdict through the bunk frame. The cubs don't threaten. They choose. No pushing, I breathe. They'll guard me from aid if aid feels like assault. We request, he says, for once, the station learns courtesy. Dr. Nemia stands in the hall, tall and measured. Concern bright in gray eyes. He shows empty hands to the lens. Lena, Ortez, I'm a medic. May I enter? 8 ears swivel toward the speaker. Iceback plants a paw on the latch.
Tilts to smell.
I translate through fever and ache. Medicine. This sound not danger. Nemia tests the hypo on his own skin. A soft hiss, harmless. He sets it down, hands retreating. I will not touch her. Without your leave, he tells the cubs. Only what keeps her breathing. A united breath replies. Iceback shifts. One pause with the side. The door cycles. Forest of blades. Calm doctor.
Frown.
Not a normal fever. Reads like polar mycosis, but the code is written. If we'd forced the hatch and used sterilant, the failsafe would have lit a bleed chain. Silence overcomes. 8 cubs stare at the door with an old knowing.
We warned you.
The hiss of medicine booms in my bones. Pebble, the smallest, curls beneath my arm, anchoring me to warmth as darkness drapes. I wake cooled at the edges. Iceback has claimed the post, wearing the drip line, like a banner. Pebble taps the vent grate. Tap, 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 and meets my eyes. That's your pump rhythm. Nemia says. He's giving you a route. 2 cubs unbolt. The grate with impossible grace. Cold air. Slides in, knife sharp. Pebble noses the seam. Sneezes, waits. We trace the feeds through. Maintenance ring B. Cameras following as. Nemia crawls after them, voice low to calm. Predators and human alike. Faint spores on mesh. 2 even no bloom. Planted. A shadow drifts. Past a junction cam. Iceback growls. From my bedside. The feed steadies. As if it heard the warning. Pebble halts. At a service hatch and sits. Tap. Permission ritual complete.
Inside. A.
Filament sprayer rigged to vents like A. Spider's dissertation. Cartridge marked. Sterilin. The device is ours. The seal. Kier Logistics. They've called the cubs. A risk since day one. Disarming. Nemia whispers. He severs the line. Pebble noses the shell. Presses A.
Paw.
This is the core. Sayre's tone drops. Cold enough to etch steel. Lock gold wing.
Silent.
No alarms. The culture returns. Cruel, human cells wrapped in frostclaw. Fungal skin. Nemia sets a tray beside me. Iceback smooths his whiskers flat. Pebble. Sneezes twice, the rhythm of refusal. It's frostclaw nesting enzyme, he says. Their saliva holds traces. It breaks down. Frozen world fungal webs. Harmless to us. The pathogen mimicked those webs on purpose. Someone hid a weapon in your illness. I murmur, someone wanted me to trust the wrong cure. He waits for justice to assemble. Iceback sniffs the fur line. Pebble lays a paw on my wrist. I nod. The enzyme floods. Pain flares. Burns out. Retreats like a tide that forgot hunger. Breath open space. Iceback's tail thuds once, twice. Artillery wrapped in velvet.
It's
working, Nemia says. Everything. Bleeding into knowledge. Security. Shadows through care accounts.
Finds.
More rigs in return crates. Pages of Dose math. A ledger titled contingency. Someone outlined my death in tidy.
Ink.
Not fear, Sare mutters, policy. Rusky, Kier's ops head runs.
Makes it.
3 bulkheads, before a cub he's never seen drops from a beam and pins his coat. The cub doesn't bite. Gravity never needs teeth. They drag Rusky past my door because IceBack wants him to see what he tried to erase. Security flanks him. Pell Narum recording, Nemia quiet. With correctness. You don't know what. They are. Rusky spits at the blades of fur. You raise hunters on human scent. You breed leashes, not kin. IceBack. Steps close until whiskers brush his
Chest.
no growl. Just breath. We don't forge weapons by loving them, I say. We forge allies. Pebble taps once.
Pause.
Tap tap. The rhythm for go.
Pell.
Whispers mark that he's drawing a boundary. They see consent as law. Sare nods like a verdict signing. Rusky, you're under arrest for bioterror and collusion. You'll get counsel who says, be silent. I hope you aren't. They take him away. IceBack rests his muzzle on the bed, exhales slow, laying down a burden. I sleep without heat. Wake too. Pell Narum arguing with herself, writing. New doctrine. We mislabeled there. Language, she says, watching Pebble tap. Cadence, whiskers blink syntax.
Assume.
Mind a hatchling, cub, seed. Measure. How it speaks, not if. Nemia drafts. Enzyme trials. Security drafts reports. Sare drafts truth. Council sends soft. Apologies shaped like diplomacy. I ask. For fewer funerals. Later, at the viewport, the cubs guide me to the glass, where orbit holds night like water. Stars glaze the hulls grazing the rim. Pebble presses his brow to the pane. Our reflections layer. Human, predator. Human until they blur into decision. Thank you for keeping me, I say aloud. So the station learns gratitude shape. IceBack thumps his tail once. Nudges my hand toward the hall. The path is open. The door is just a door. Even Nemia smiles and waits, because now we ask. Permission first and the hunters answer. In a tongue we finally learn to hear. If you stood at that door, would you trust them to choose, or force your way? Tell me below. And if this story reached you, remember to subscribe. More tales of humanity, remaking the stars one
Choice at a time.